chair of this board is directly appointed by the president, the six respondents in this case. Your Lordship, may I submit again that the perception out there is that this bench has been constituted for a particular purpose, and that the bench is just a mere conveyor belt, and that the parties herein will not have the chances to have justice of their case being dispensed. Your Lordship, I have annexed a tweet by Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir, annexed in our affidavit at paragraph 12, and I would wish to read that tweet, Your Lordship. Ahmed Nasir, Your Lordship, is a senior member of this bar, a senior counsel, and Your Lordship, here it goes. The conservatory orders will be discharged by the 3-judge bench, latest by next week, if not by Friday. Even as we approach you, Your Lordship, the perception out there is that this bench is part of the conspiracy.
Ahmed Nasir is not the law.
Your Lordship,
He speaks not to the law. Ahmed Nasir has also an affidavit. He is not a witness, my lord. How does Ahmed Nasir, and we have 64 senior counsel, how does Ahmed Nasir, how can his tweet inform submission before this court?
well, may I answer that, Your Lordship, to the good professor, that we are speaking about perception. The standard of a bystander, the reasonable man, a fair-minded man in the status and the character of a senior counsel, Ahmed Nasir says, and the president's lawyer says, we cannot receive justice. That is the standard.
Ahmed Nasir says that this court will quash.
Mr. Ojienda, you'll have your time to respond.
No, but the point is, he then speaks in your favor.
Yes.
Pick that line.
Let him respond.
You will not teach me how to submit. You will pick the line that you so wish. For me, I am saying, Your Lordship, that the perception out there is that this bench has been constituted as a conveyor belt. Finally, Your Lordship, this court will remember that on the 16th of October, we moved the court for a mention on the 18th. The court declined to grant that mention and slated our file to be mentioned on the 29th of October. But when they were moved by parties in these proceedings, the court was generous and gracious enough even to sit on a weekend, to sit on a Saturday. Noting that we were before you, you slated our matter for the 29th and never saw the urgency. Your Lordship, how can a fair bystander be convinced that this court will dispense with substantive justice? How can it be said that this court is impartial? Your Lordship, the question of a spouse being linked to a judge, as indicated by Rule 47, is of paramount importance, and it's something that cannot be ignored. Why didn't the court disclose to us? Why did the court conceal? If the court can conceal such kind of apparent evidence, what else is it capable of concealing? Your Lordship, permit me to indicate that in our affidavit that would wish to expunge paragraph